Come on. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, sorry. I basically unplugged my headphones and I had to like reset my OBS.
Oh,
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Uh, yeah. But anyways, back to Dead Justice. Yeah. Okay.
mhm.
But anyways, back to that. Yeah. Uh, I think yeah, I like this episode. It's good. I think the best parts, yeah, are the villain. The story itself is pretty good because it's just very interpersonal, and it's nice to see the sheriff actually have some character moments. Like he like the villain of this episode is his hero. Like his hero is Dead Justice.
Yeah, character design, absolutely love. Did does Bucky go to jail at the end?
I guess I don't know. I mean,
'Cause like,
he technically causes menacing, so yeah, I guess. And also, I guess he does illegal crime stopping.
'Cause did he doesn't really do anything wrong, right?
Uh, Yeah, kinda, sorta. It's weird. Like I said, I like how he's benevolent. Yeah. Hi, Rachel. Yes, it's 9 in the morning for you. Anyways, but uh, yeah, I this episode's fine. It's good. It's like a nice little filler. Though there is one moment at the end which actually did make me happy, which is that Fred proposes to Daphne in his own little way.
Yes.
Yes, best proposal in all of media with a clam onion ring. Anyways, yeah, I like this episode. I put it in B. It's better than the Fish Freaks for sure. Yeah, what about you? What are your thoughts on it?
I yeah, probably yeah, I would put him in B2 just because I really like Dead Justice as a character.
I really
I
like
think he's
him
like
too.
really cool.
He is really fucking cool. I love him. Uh, yeah, I like him. He's cool.
I mean, happy for Fred and Daphne, but
Yeah, I also the Night Ranger. Night Ranger best gay character in this show. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I guess you ready to talk about the penultimate episode?
yes.
All right.
Yes.
So this one is episode 25, Pawn of Shadows,
I
and
love
I love this episode. I love this episode so much. I okay, so yeah, so this episode has a flashback that starts it all off. It starts with the original Mystery Inc. gang. Thank you for the hydrate. It starts with the original Mystery Inc. gang, and they're exploring the old church that was used for praying, and then above them they can't see. They see a monster, a freak looking monster, and then cut to the present day, and yeah, yeah, Velma is trying to like look at the disc's secrets and talking to Angel about her being Cassidy, uh, and they solve something on the disc, and then they get a letter from Mr. E, and they they go to Hatecraft, and
Hatecraft is back.
Hatecraft is back. Yes, hello, cynical
Yay.
bloke. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, Hatecraft is back, and he follows them throughout the whole episode. I love it. And then they get attacked by an Obliteratrix, who's a cyborg, I guess. And yeah, by the end of the episode, they defeat her. It's Alice May, who is sent by Mr. E to get Pericles out of hiding, and Angel reveals herself as Cassidy. It's a really intensive episode. A lot of shit happens. A lot of lore is dropped. A lot of things just happen moment to moment. It's really good. I don't know. I just really like this episode a lot. I love the lore and all the things that happens because Cassidy explains what happened to her, and like basically, she went down to the caves and the monster like fucked with them real hard, and it seems like she's scarred, which is really sad because like she's like such a badass character, and then you see her like this, and it's like, oh, this situation really messed with her.
Yeah, it's a nice, almost like closing, second to closing end. It
Hmm.
really starts to wrap things up, and
Yeah, yeah,
I really like this episode.
me too. Like a lot of loose ends are tied, and like this episode's so personal
Uh,
because the first major thing that happens is the mystery machine fucking blows up, and the team is followed by the Obliteratrix, and it's just focus on that. There's no filler,
she's
or
so cool.
yeah, there's no filler, and there's like the story is just really consistent. Yeah, she's really cool. I think she's not scary, but she's cool as fuck. Her weapons are interesting, and she has a weird design. It's very alien. And yeah, it being Alice May is nice, and like something that you would never expect. Also, there's a Johnny Quest reference, which is really interesting. Interesting with Quest Industries.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like the darkest episode so far. Like they visit train tracks, and there's like the mystery machine is in smoke, and it's like terrifying.
I wonder how much Alice was getting paid by Mr. E.
Probably a fuck
Like
ton.
what? Like came back for round two.
Yeah. Uh, Also, although it's not the strongest point of the episode, the comedy is really funny. Like Hatecraft is like, I need to make a novel appealing to teens. So what about I forget the exact title, but it's like something 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 yo yo yo. Yeah.
All because of the ripoff of Twilight. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot what it was, but
Dusk.
oh, wait, does it?
It's
Is
called Dusk. That's the name of the book within the series.
doesn't Twilight though? One of the books is called Dusk or something.
I guess, but no, it's like Dusk and then Dusk, uh, and then Dusk After Midnight or something. Like that's what the books are called. Uh,
Ugh.
Also, they mention in this episode it's the conquistadors that used the disc, and it was a map that could like plot any point across the world. Uh, Also, Shaggy and Scooby critiquing Hatecraft's writing is really funny. He's like, okay, okay, slow down, slow down. Uh, Also, Shaggy gets a really funny line at one point where they're being attacked by the Obliteratrix, and he says, How does she have so many weapons? That outfit has no pockets." God, that's the funniest Shaggy line
For
in
real.
season one, in my opinion. Yeah, I
Honestly, what we're all wondering,
yeah,
because where
true.
did you pull that out?
Uh, I mean, she has invisibility, so maybe she has like an invisible backpack or something.
Mm,
Yeah. Also, let's see what else. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I just really like this episode. And the gang keeps wants to solve the mystery anyway. Like they hear Cassidy's plea, but they don't care. They want to solve it. And at the end of the episode, there's a stinger of the freak of Crystal Cove. being just watching them.
I,
Really good. Honestly, this is like top of A.
yeah. Uh,
And it would be my favorite episode this season, but then we have the finale. Is there any other notes you want to say before we get to the finale?
uh, I don't think so. Definitely top A. Definitely must watch.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Everything really good with episode.
Mm-hmm.
Plot, villain, H-Craft is back. He's
Yeah,
back.
he's back, bitches, and he gets a new book series because apparently, Cthulhu, his Charter Gothicon did well in Japan. So
Yay! Good for
yeah,
him.
good for him. All right, but yeah, time for my favorite episode of this season, episode 26, All Fear the Freak. And this starts with another flashback. So the teens of the Yesteryear Mystery Incorporated go into the caves, and they, after braving a large mountain of skulls, they get one of the planispheric disc pieces, and then the freak attacks them, and you know, Pericles says, "It's you." And yeah, uh, let's see. That happens. Also, the I love the line from Ricky because this is his version of Zoinks, which is "Ding dong, daddy-o." Yeah, yeah. Also, yeah. Now that the freak is officially the main villain of this episode, I gotta say he is so fucking creepy. Like he's like weird and kind of has a jester outfit to him. He has horns and pale skin, and he has a really monstrous voice.
I His voice is my favorite part.
Yeah,
That would for sure keep me from continuing the journey.
yeah. Also the
I was
way,
like, you know what? I'm going
yeah,
home.
the way that he like speaks, like he sometimes he'll speak in riddles and like in rhyme, in complex poetic rhyme, and then other times he'll just say mine.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, this episode starts after the flashback. The gang starts exploring Mayor Jones's office because I think Velma's getting sus of him, and they find some things. They find a scroll that has a picture of the disc on it that's in his office, and they also find out that the picture of Fred's mom is actually a weird cutout from a magazine. It seems, but then they get caught,
Yeah.
and they're caught, and they are all grounded in their homes. And this was a detail that was mentioned in an earlier episode. I never said it. I forgot to, but in an earlier episode, Velma asked, "Hey Fred, what did you do with the disc piece?" And he said, "Oh, I gave it to Shaggy and Scooby," which is a really smart choice, honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, they yeah, but yeah, they have the piece, and Velma takes the scroll secretly, so they get to keep looking. Uh, and yeah, this episode's just really good. Again, it has amazing pacing, amazing story, because this is the end. This is the end of this part of the story, and it's super focused on it. And the freak chasing Scooby and Shaggy,
The
again, it's
freak.
terrifying, because yes, he is just technically a humanoid, but like he's so scary. Yeah. Also, his laugh is really creepy. Like, did you hear his laugh? Like, oh my god.
It haunts me a little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah,
But I love it. I love it.
yeah. Also, yeah. Also, Daphne reveals that they're engaged, so that's another plot point.
And then
Yeah,
Freddy's all like, actually,
yeah. No, he's like, yes, yes, we are. Yeah, but yeah, I just love this episode. It's such a beautiful finale. Like they finally go into the caves and they finally like they go into the skull pile that like affected the original Mystery Inc. Also, Pericles returns and he murders Ed Machine. That's what happens. He murders Ed Machine.
Y- Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
no, he murders him. He doesn't. Ed Machine doesn't come back, so Ed Machine is dead. Cause of death, bird.
Brr.
Yeah, I love this episode. Like, and the way it wraps up everything. I know I'm just plot summarizing, but yeah. Um,
Mhm.
Also, the team betrays Angel to go into the caves because they don't trust her. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, valid. Like,
yeah, she was kind of being rough. Also,
sorry, Angel, but
yeah. Also, there was Also, I like how in this episode, so like they do kind of mention like Velma, why didn't you reveal it to us? But like they don't let that get in the way. That isn't like a full episode of like, oh, they need to learn to trust Velma again. It's like no, they're a little distrustful and disappointed, but they still persist anyway. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, the team goes into the caves and gets. They see that the chest is empty, and Pericles enters, and he wants the piece that they have, and the freak enters behind him and throws Pericles against the wall and steals the piece from Velma, and then they chase him and like they escape from the cave, and Fred in this scene is so fucking determined. Like he has a mad face as he climbs the side of a fucking mountain just to reach the freak.
uh,
Like
yeah,
it's such an epic action scene.
I mean, yeah. Uh, really good end to
Yeah,
it all.
yeah, because it's revealed like after the freak tries to leave, Fred's about to fall, but the freak saves him, and the rest of Mystery Incorporated catch up. Sheriff Bronson Stone and the kids' families are all there, and Sheriff Bronson Stone says, "Who is this guy?" And Fred dramatically says, "The freak of Crystal Cove is my father." And it's such a good moment.
Mm,
It's so good. And the backstory and lore of it is that Mayor Jones went to Crystal Cove to learn about the curse and find the treasure. And he dressed up as the freak years and years ago. He found nothing, but then the the teens of the original Mystery Inc. came to him and they found a scroll and they didn't know what it was, all except for Professor Pericles, who agreed to betray his team, and the freak basically went to them with forged documents saying if you don't leave town, your parents are going to be arrested. And he takes the piece and he betrays Pericles, saying that he made the kids disappear, and then he became mayor so that he could continue his search. And I love that. It's a plan that makes so much sense, and it recontextualizes him as the villain of season one. Like him trying to stop Mystery Inc. from doing mysteries. It's not just tourists. It's him wanting to stop them from finding the truth and finding the treasure before he does. And it's just so powerful. Like you find out that like yeah, and the bigger shock to it all is that you find out that Mayor Jones isn't even Fred's biological dad. His biological parents are Judy Reeves and uh Brad from the original Mystery Inc. And he basically kidnapped Fred as a child, Mayor Jones.
I know that was
I
weird.
it's weird.
Like, huh?
I I
How?
I mean, it's weird, but it's effective. It recontextualizes it, and Fred gets angry. He gets angry and up in his face, and and Mayor Jones. This is the best interaction in this episode, which is Mayor Jones says, "Fred, I raised you. You used me."
Ah,
It's so
I don't
powerful.
know.
Like it's so emotional, and like I feel so bad for Fred, this poor guy. He loved his dad. And here's the thing: earlier in the episode, there's like when they're planning the whole heist thing. Uh, Fred sees Mayor Jones go to his looking at a picture of his mom, and he says good night, Dad, and then uh, you know Mayor Jones is like, oh, galloping ganderers, Fred, don't scare me like that. And he's like, sorry, I just wanted to say goodnight. And then there's a moment where he says, oh, I'm sorry, Fred, I didn't mean to snap at you. I love you, son. Like that's such a sad moment. And I think it's genuine that he learned to love his son. Like to love Fred as his son. Like that's I think that he does care, and he even though he's a selfish asshole, he had his humanity is Fred. Like genuinely. And he lost it cuz he betrayed Fred. And after this, Mystery Inc. breaks up. Wants to search the world on his own. Daphne's heartbroken because the marriage is off. Velma, Shaggy has to go to military camp, and Scooby is sent to a farm, and then Velma's just left on her own. And the biggest twist of all is that Professor Pericles shows up and says, that was fun, Scooby Doo. I got 2 pieces for to go. Avita Zen. And Scooby vows to get the team back. And just this episode, it's just so climactic. Everything folds in together perfectly. Like the music swells perfectly. The crumbling tower set piece, the crumbling church set piece is really good. Ed Machine dies. The writing is great. The twists and turns, the recontextualization, it's all so perfect. The one sour note of this episode is that it isn't really that funny, but that's fine because this
Yeah.
story is just so perfect, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna redo my list a little. I'm gonna put this at top of Est with Pawn of Shadows and Fright Hound behind it. Like these are all S tier episodes. Sorry, I was very intense. What do you think about this episode?
I mean, you summed it up pretty well. I feel the same way. It kind of like punches you at the end.
Yeah, like it has.
Leaves you a ball of emotion.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm terrified. I hope Fred is gonna be okay.
Uh, If I was Fred, I don't know how I would react because
I
your
I
whole life is like,
I think they all need
oh,
therapy. If I'm honest.
yeah. I don't know how you would recover after, but I mean, like, I'm glad they do, but I myself, oh,
Yeah, this episode, I love it. Uh,
great
anyways,
end, great end
great
to a
end of the
great show.
series. Well, it's not the end yet because we got another
Well, yeah.
season, but that's for another stream. I'm going to screenshot and save my opinion, but yes. This was Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated season 1. Oh my god, it's
Everyone
3:15.
go watch it.
Go watch it, please. We spoiled it, but go watch it, please.
Yeah, yeah, tell us your opinions.
Yes, tell us your opinions. Go watch it. Tell us what you think. I love this show so much, even despite the problems, even despite some poorly aged parts. I really love this show, genuinely.
Mhm.
This is a show from my teenhood, and I don't know, I wouldn't have it any other way. I I would rank this show an A tier show. Like it's not perfect. There's aged things certainly, but I think it's better than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, I watched this show at least like 6 times now,
I've
and I keep coming back for more.
Yeah, same. I don't think another Scooby show will be like it, and that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they. I mean, I would love a new Scooby-Doo show, but I feel like
They
how
I mean they're going to they made new ones after this, but they were just comedy shows, and that's fine. That's what Scooby Doo is. It's a comedy at the end of the day. But I like it like this too.
Yeah, I feel like this was the most tied to its original roots, but still had its own little flair,
Yeah,
which was mm,
it was
great
nice.
show, great show. I
Great
love
show.
it.
All right, and we're gonna talk about season two at another point because I am tired, and I don't know about you, Dom, but I'm ready to raid someone. Do you have any suggestions as who we should raid?
Ooh, oh, I think all my friends are offline now.
It's okay. I think I know some friends who are online. Okay. Well, you know what? We got my friend Queen Aya who is live. I will give you her Twitch. See if my computer will load. I think my computer is fucking. I need a new fucking laptop. Well, this is my friend Aya. She's really lovely, really sweet lady. We're gonna go rate her. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social medias, you can do so here. If you'd like to follow my art friends, you can do so there. If you'd like to follow Vincent, who made this specific PNG, you can go follow him here. If you'd like to follow uh, Fractured Fairy Tales, you can do so here. And if you want to follow my special guest, Dom, you should do so here. Dom is amazing. He's a streamer. He's a lovely femboy on Twitter. Please go follow him. Really sweet guy. I love you to pieces, platonically, Dom. You're awesome. You're really sweet. I'm really glad you're back
Oh,
in my
thank you,
life.
thank
And I'm
you.
excited to do the part two of this stream eventually.
Me too. I'm so excited for season
Me
two.
too. Well, this will be fun to watch. All right. Uh, I'm rating Aya. Are you ready to rate her?
Bye,
All right.
guys. Go watch
Bye
season two.
bye.
Season
Go
one. Season one.
Go watch both. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Rating.